The Mad Ladies of the Skill Node. Yes, hello everybody. We're doing a continuation of the series. If you don't know this, then it's always important to keep up to date with content, because otherwise trying to re-explain stuff at the same time, people get very confused. Like I said, keep up to date with content. I did a series called The Mad Lads of the Mutant Node, and I thought, well, it's only apt that I make something that's kind of the Mad Ladies of the Skill Node in Cavalier difficulty. Again, further explaining, in the Cavalier difficulty, there's various different types of nodes. Those particular nodes, or buffs, or boosts, or whatever you want to refer to them, they give something of a positive nature to various different champions of a specific kind of class. The one in particular is this one here, this incoming mix-up level, which has a punishment glutton, which improves the champion getting passive fury. Why is it so important? Well, it really helps out certain champions, and in particular, the three we're going to focus on is Gwenpool, is Jabari Panther, and as well Black Widow Deadly Origin. Do bear in mind, in this video I'm not going to be using 565s, or I'm going to be using, say, 6-star versions. I thought, let's spice it up, because I'm about to do a video about making the jump from uncollected to Cavalier. Let's do a 565 4-star Gwenpool. Also Jabari Panther, which is a new addition to my roster, which is a rank 3 5-star Awakened. And yes, the 565 of Black Widow Deadly Origin, because it slaps. And let's kind of talk about this a bit further. Yes, we're going to be rocking some gameplay in a moment. All of these champions are on my Cavalier cheat sheet guide type video, which just shows champions that are able to interact very nicely with the particular node, which we'll go over in a minute, and also show some footage. Quickly talking about the champions, Black Widow Deadly Origin is pretty insane. It's very quick to get shock debuff type of champion. So you're able to put on, every time you make a hit based on the passive ability, shock damage on the enemy. Very important for the node, because as soon as a damaging debuff cycles out, it means that you're able to get yourself the passive furies really quickly. Black Widow Deadly Origin is the best, because after, say, a 5-hit combo, and say you do 5 in that 5-hit combo of shocks as a result of the hit, the same thing with 5 additional ones, means that in 10 hits on the opponent, you could have potentially 10 passive furies, which is an insane build-up in a very short time space. Jabari Panther is also in that category, because she's very easy to get bleed debuffs on the enemies. Just do critical hits and you do it. You could say there's other skill champions like Black Panther, but I kind of feel like for this video, it's kind of nice to do the Mad Lads and also the Mad Ladies. I just thought it'd be like a cool kind of video idea. So this rank 3 is able to do a good amount of damage, and again we're going to look at some footage in a minute, and especially because it's important to get the idea of going, hey, you just not just about 565 champions, rank 3 5-stars, and also 565 4-star champions can also play against the node. And the final champion to use is Gwenpool. Gwenpool's a 4-star. She is at rank 5. She's a 550. And yeah, so this is just going to help showcase the champion, and as well going, okay, we don't need 565s to do this. It's just very handy to make it a lot easier. But if you had lower type of champions, then I guess people are able to do the content still. All attacks, 3% chance to stun per bleed, but 30% to inflict a bleed, dealing X amount of damage, direct damage over 6 seconds. So it's all helpful stuff, and especially because we want to see those damaging debuffs. SP1 will give an incinerate, but still the rotations are there going look, it's basic hits, not just specials, to do damaging debuffs to play into the node. Now that particular node is Punishment Glutton. Skill attackers gain a permanent passive fury, increasing attack rating by 35% each time a damaging debuff is purified or expires on the opponent max stacks of 10. This goes hand in hand with rapid metabolism. The defender shrugs off debuffs 40% sooner. Again, handy. The quicker you put on damaging debuffs, the quicker they're shrugged off. Hey, happy days, major damage, and we all say yay. But in any case, let's roll some footage and see what it's all about from a point of damage and as well potential these champions have. The first thing to point out is with Gwenpool being a 4-star, the biggest limitation is doing a parry or anything in the block. If you are blocking with a 4-star, in content like this with 6 stars, chances are you're going to find that your health is going to go down quite quickly. There will be some examples in a minute where I've done that. Essentially, the best thing to do with this is to concentrate on your intercept game, especially if you've got only limitation of using 4 stars or at least rank 3 5-stars. Again, we're going to show things like blocking or parrying with these lower champions as to the limitation. This is where training yourself with intercepts at a very low level, or the level that you're going uncollected to Cavalier, is important. Again, more on that in a future video. So yeah, you can see the rapid kind of like build up of damage. This is on the easy path, which is kind of like maybe the reason that this isn't so overly difficult, but still the premise is there. We're going to put damaging debuffs on the enemy. We're going to try and build up to the particular place that we want. And you can definitely see the change from doing this particular easy path to then some of the other paths, which will be the Red Hulk fight in this sequence of fights I'm going to showcase, and the kind of the problems with doing a well-timed block or a parry. I think again this is on the easy path, and this is Jabari Panther in use, and you can see we are quickly seeing the crit hitting off. Since we do a crit, it means we do a bleed debuff, which is again going to be handy. Now with this, the mistake against Symbiote Supreme is that this champion will be able to punish me when I get that true fury buff from kind of switching. Now with the champion, the kind of the switch is that you throw a special attack, or a certain type of special attack, I think it is, just before the hunt. So we're now building up to I think 9, and in a moment I'm gonna do my special attack. But you can see already from doing the parry and heavy attack, even which is a normal method to build up the Huntress charges, the problem is I'm taking damage. And that's not good with a rank 3 5-star. It does show it's kind of like weak in the interaction. But still, it doesn't matter because this champion gets that passive fury, ramping up the damage, and a rank 3 5-star is able to do the business. It's just good. I've just got to watch out for that parry and kind of then you know the amount of damage that goes through the block, or the well-timed block, so to speak. And here we go with the Black Widow Deadly Origin fight. Now, I did want to showcase this because again, this is 565 and it does slap, and I do use it quite a bit, but you can really see the ramp up of damage very quickly, especially because like you do the shock damage, it shrugs off, we get that passive fury very quickly, and it's just the damage, man, it's just nice. If I showcase like an SP2 in a minute, and I will do, it's just nice. It's a nice amount of damage. I mean, even that's huge damage. Get ready, like this SP2 is going to be wild. Like I've already taken the champion at like 19k there, like 20 odd k when it comes to like the damage that we've just seen. It's a nice amount of damage, and it slaps really well. So next up we got Jabari Panther versus Massacre. Again, same principle with this is like, look, when you take damage, you take high amounts of damage. I've left that in because it's a mistake. That mistake is important to mention when you're using a 5-star rank 3. Even though it's like it could be a key champion, you make one mistake, right, and it does take a huge chunk of your kind of like your health off. And that's the thing. You have to, at least when you're trying to do this, do what I do. If you're kind of like not so confident, you're kind of a bit wary, and it's good to showcase this. If you're building a champion to an SP1, and a champion you can avoid his SP1 very easily, his or her SP1 very easily, like Massacre for example, just create distance, watch the kind of the swings of the machetes, and then you're back in again. Then that's something important to watch and also avoid, because then you're able to then go back in, you know, evade out the special, punish after the special kind of scenario. Again, same thing, like now the champion's got an SP1, I'm going to play it a little bit cautious, like head into the block, encourage him, bait him out, try and get him to do that special attack, which again is going to be important to this particular interaction. And again, like you've seen, like the passive furies, the crits are really nice. That wouldn't be a standard with anything that's not with the passive furies. So yeah, if you can build up a champion, a skill-based champion that's able to put damaging debuffs in easy, and this is the point here about these kind of champions being used easy, because that's the thing. It's easy with Jabari Panther, Gwenpool, and Black Widow Deadly Origin in hits, basic hits, mediums, and lights to do yourself some nice damage and trigger off that passive fury. Again, back in with Jabari Panther a little bit further on, and one thing I wanted to do is again showcase that if you're doing a parry, you're doing a well-timed block, you're still going to eat damage into the block, which is going to be taking away your health. So again, it's all about trying to get on the front foot, especially in circumstances like this. I'm trying to build up the passive fury first and foremost before moving on to anything else, and that's the thing. As soon as you do it, it's nice. It's real damn nice. The damage is so sweet, like it is just so good. Black Widow Deadly Origin is like my go-to champion for this particular node, but there is the other one, the one that's kind of got the Mixed Master, which is like, I think that's why I kind of preface this video as being like, it's the Punishment Glutton. It's the Punishment Glutton ladies, because it's just like, this is these champions are amazing. Punishment Glutton. Like we've gone into Huntress there, going to smash off an SP2 for a great amount of damage. Not the best kind of play and rotation for this champion, but still like bleed damage is nice. And a final fight. I think this is the final fight actually. This using this Gwenpool. And again, something to mention is focusing more on intercepts. That's a very deep intercept there. And then again, rotations around SP1s. Trying to get Red Hulk to throw his SP1. I think as well what I'm trying to do is at some point I might throw an SP1 in order to get that incinerate effect on the enemy to then get myself, which is there. You can see like it was I don't know if it was either immune or shrugged. It's kind of weird to kind of like see what it is because it does theoretically go on there. But I was thinking to myself, oh, that must be part of like he's shrugging it off because of the metabolism thing. But I don't think that was the case. But in any case, like, yeah, it works. You can do parry and heavy, but again, same thing as I was saying before. If you are doing parries and heavies, because maybe the timing of heavy is a bit of a risk for you, you are probably, if you're using a 4-star, as we saw there, that's a little chunk of health that has just been lost through the block. And that's the thing. The block damage, the armor, and the block proficiency is just not there to kind of like withstand a huge amount. But 4 stars work. We've seen this before. This is on a different path. It's not on the easy path. So that's the thing of saying, like, if you're familiar with the Cavalier difficulty where you have to do 4 stars in this particular interaction, then you may find yourself a little bit in trouble. But it's pretty doable. I mean, you just saw there, like an SP2 a little bit while ago, 19k. That's nice. And here, SP1 thrown. Doesn't really matter. Like I'm looking to just kind of like just keep up the damage and stuff, and I get a little bit lazy. So I'm like, I should stop being lazy about there. I'm lazy with the parries because I shouldn't be doing that. I should be intercepting, and that's the thing. Maybe you can afford to do a few of them down the line. Good intercept there. Again, just that intercept's better for this particular interaction, and just making sure I keep as much survivability for the extent of Cavalier, especially if I'm rocking lower starage and also lower ranked champions. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that has been a video looking at these particular champions and doing a 4-star at 550, which I think at the start of the video I might have said 565. A 565 Black Widow Deadly Origin, and also finally Jabari Panther, which is a rank 3 5-star for me. I wanted to give that level of coverage when it comes to doing this video. Maybe it's a case you might want to do deep wounds with the particular interactions and stuff, but I just think that if you've got those champions, and especially at the different types of rarities and as well ranks and levels, then you still can make a difference in doing against this. But yeah, these were the mad ladies of Punishment Glutton and why I like using them. More so, Black Widow Deadly Origin, I always use in this particular interaction because it's so much fun. So yeah, what do you use against Punishment Glutton? Put it in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. So as always, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to check out some other content located up there and all that stuff. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.